Such an animal.
Two dope girls in the gym. Grab your mama, grab your cousin, bring a friend. Your favorite podcast, about to get it in. So get your two dope girls in the gym. Two dope girls in the gym. Grab your mama, grab your cousin, bring a friend.
You drove today?
Podcast, about to get
Can you
it
drop
in.
me off at home?
No, I didn't.
No?
Two dope girls in
I
the
can.
gym.
In the gym.
You're now tuned in to Two Dope Girls in the Gym.
You on Southside, right?
What's up, y'all?
Hey y'all.
First of all, we got to start giving out our guests sheets before they come on the show and letting them know. Don't talk when the show is starting.
that was our producer's fault.
I know it's always his fault.
It is.
That's what we need to start.
I'll shut this shit down.
It was just
his
a joke.
favorite tagline. I'll shut this shit down.
Oh gosh.
No.
What's up, y'all? You already know what it is. It's your girl Ducci,
And your girl Alex in Wonderland.
and this is Two Dope Girls in the Gym. I was gonna say it is.
Look, we gonna be very honest with y'all because that's what we do, right?
That's what we
Real
do.
and raw.
That's what we do.
There was some macaroni in one of the
Man,
studios.
listen, is this ASR SMR shit on?
No, don't do that with
Oh,
your
no.
She's a bitch. She's a bitch. Oh, first of all, y'all don't know she has the virus, okay?
I don't claim that over my life.
Cinque and I have diagnosed you as virusable.
Neither one of y'all are doctors, okay? I know what's going on with me. Okay?
And she just rubbed it all in the deliciousness of this macaroni.
I did, and I wasn't even thinking about that.
It's all good though.
Y'all want some more though?
Nah, I'm good.
He said I got my own. They're disrespectful.
It's all
We just
good.
trying to start the show. We can't even
Yeah.
get the show started over the macaroni and cheese. I apologize. This is my bad. If y'all want some more though, let me know. I'll pass it to you.
It's all good.
Okay, so we don't really want to do a weekend recap.
No,
for
not
real,
today.
for real.
Yeah.
Because we really want to spend as much time with our guests as possible. And what
Right.
we notice is we get to talking and,
And,
once
we
the
don't
fun,
stop.
once it start, the fun just don't damn stop. So
Right?
we gonna go ahead and explain to you guys a few things. I have a class that I'm starting up tomorrow. Tomorrow would be Tuesday. For y'all who are listening on Friday. So every Tuesday, I have it's called Crunk Fit. Okay, that's the era I grew up in.
Definitely.
So I wanted to make it very Atlanta. So it's in a very Atlanta location. It's down by my old university, Clark Atlanta University, off Vine Street.
Right, that's
And,
a perfect location for you.
It's called, the gym is called Urban Perform. And what I love about it is that it's a nonprofit. So what they have done is the government funds this gym. Is in what they call gym desert. So places where your LA Fitness, your Planet Fitness, they're really not setting up shop because ain't nobody really got money
Like
to
the extra
spend
expense,
right on that. So you can go there and get you a gym membership for $2, $5, depending on.
Which is amazing. I think that's really amazing because those are the same areas that have nothing but fast food restaurants.
Exactly.
And some liquor stores. Yeah. So I think that's really cool. And I didn't know about this at all. So if you guys didn't know about that, that might be something you can do if you can't make it to these gyms further away from home.
Exactly.
Look into this kind of thing.
So you already know I'm definitely the trying to be the home team for anybody trying to start their health and fitness journey out. So I've curated a tour that I'm doing. It's a 6-city tour. I'm kicking it off here in Atlanta, March 28th. That is a Saturday, and it'll be from 9 to 4. It's an all-day event, and it's broken up into 3 different sections. You can literally get all or none. I don't say all or none.
No, not none.
You can get all or none. It ain't gonna hurt me, but it'll hurt me a little bit. My feelings might be hurt. I've put together a nice little event for you guys.
It is. It's pretty cool. I like it.
So it's basically everything that the Brandy Mallory experience is. It's makeup, it's fitness, and it's good conversation, healthy conversation, so that we can start breaking down some of these mental things that are holding us back from reaching our next level. I know I deal with it.
I think we all deal with it.
I had a conversation with our guest just yesterday about it. So, she had to talk me off the ledge. And the crazy thing about it is she's in the middle of her own thing. She just talked about it on her social media today. She was in the middle of her own thing, trying to coach me through my thing.
But that's how it works. A lot of times it is easier to give advice looking at someone else's situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
how
true.
It works. We're always going through something, I feel like.
So you guys go over to my social medias at Brandy Mallory, and that's Brandy with an I. You don't know that. And check out the Eventbrite. The link is in the bio. The class, all the details are on the flyer. This class on Tuesday is free. Next Tuesday will be free as well. So by the time you hear this, you still have an opportunity to take a free class before the price goes up.
Yeah, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend
to come on in. So it's a cardio and glutes class.
Oh yeah, get your ass right. Summertime's coming.
Yeah, I got a fatty, so I'm trying to build fatties all around the world.
Peach dreams.
All right, so did you have anything you wanted to throw on that thing?
No, I'm chilling.
Oh, we can hop into this. We can introduce
our
guests.
I already like our guests.
I love our guests. I've interviewed our guests before. As a matter of fact, while I was in college at Clark Atlanta University, we attended that school together.
Okay.
And I had the opportunity to interview her on me and CJ's radio show, sponsored by the radio station up at Clark Atlanta, WSU Radio, The Listening Party, is the name of the show. And we had her on. I talked to her a few times. What you mean?
Oh, I'm sorry.
In the middle of it. What you mean?
Him to get Amber in the shot. I'm sorry, y'all. I totally interrupted. That was the producer and me.
Oh.
Yeah, Amber in this shot.
Got it. Okay, Amber, come over. All right, now, y'all.
I'm so sorry, y'all. We got a little
no, we don't have.
difficulty.
CJ can cut that out.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. I was in. So where I met this young lady was in college. We were having our radio show. And we interviewed her because she is an amazing songwriter. And
you gotta watch out for writers.
She is putting out her very first. Is it EP or album?
It's an EP.
EP. All right. So she's putting out her very first EP, and I'm super freaking gassed about it because this girl is so talented. I'm trying not to cuss because I feel like her vibe is not really.
I cuss like a
She's
sailor.
so fucking great. You know what I'm saying?
I'm great.
I have had the pleasure of knowing Miss Cinque for a long time, and that's not her name, Miss Cinque. I don't know why I gave her 5 names, trying not to call her government name. Okay, it's hard to interview your friend, but Cinque.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. That was such an amazing introduction, Brandy Mallory. With an I.
I tried. No, people, if you don't give people straight, that's how they'll mess it up. People,
speaking of that, you know, it's so funny when people like see my name and try to say it.
Yeah.
And they be like Cinque, and I'll be like, yo, like chill out. It's just Cinque.
It's just Cinque.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta go Cinque.
Because I see Spanish when I see it.
Right? No, and I understand that. I understand that, but I promise y'all, it's just Cinque.
It's just Cinque.
It's literally on my license. It is my government. It's my middle name.
Okay.
It's Cinque.
Okay.
I love that. That was actually going to be one of the questions.
Oh, well, there you
I
go.
already knew the answer, but anyway, I had for podcast purposes, for viewers purposes, I needed to make it make sense. So Cinque is your middle name, so it's government.
Yeah, it's official.
It's official.
It's definitely official.
Okay, so just know if you have not heard of her,
Word.
you finna.
No, you have. Yeah, you just don't know you have.
You just
Right.
know.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, okay, so tell the viewers and the listeners, some people you've had the opportunity to work with.
I have had the opportunity to work with Justin Bieber.
Oh, the beads.
Hold
on, post like with the mustache.
Nah, this is like with Justin Bieber when he was cute.
Oh, yeah, he was really
cuddly.
cute for a second.
Not cute and cuddly.
Yeah, he was like 13. He
was
was. This was when he first got signed, and Usher had brought him over to.
I forgot his relationship to Usher.
to-
I always forget that.
What's that studio? Whatever that studio that he brought him to that I was at.
That one.
Yeah, worked with him. I worked with Tank. Tank was dope because he's a real artist, and that's unfortunately uncommon.
Right.
So
That is
working with
true.
him was
When you
really
say
cool.
that,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
That makes
Real
a lot of
artists.
sense.
It does, but I'm saying, explain when you say real artists. What would the opposite be? Since you're saying it's rare,
Yeah, it's
what
rare.
are we really getting from people?
I would say real artists are artists who actually have talent. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think of it like this. Ain't nobody gonna hire you for no marketing job if you ain't got no marketing background. Ain't nobody about to hire you to paint a mural if you don't know how to paint. For some odd reason, there are singers and rappers in the music industry who literally don't have talent.
That I've never ever looked at it like that. Like but you're absolutely right. Like you don't have to have the talent. The talent is in the other people, in the producers and the people who can
And the
change your
ability-
voice.
yeah.
Yeah, they can create that
Yeah,
shit.
and I saw Jermaine Dupri post not so long ago. I guess while they was trying to do the whole P. Diddy making the band again. When he was like, it's funny, he said something like, it's funny how, you know, these singers, when they're outside of auto-tune, they don't understand being tone deaf. And that's a real thing. Like, without the help of the tune,
Yeah.
you probably can't sing. Where versus me, when I'm in the studio, I tell my engineer, J. Rod, take the auto-tune off, because it actually messes me up.
It's kind of like filters. Bitches forget how they look.
Yeah,
'cause they use so
yeah,
many
for real, for
Instagram
real.
filters, right?
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah, so you forget how you look. You forget how to sound. Yeah, that makes
So that's
sense.
why I'm loving hip hop when they took that off Jocelyn. That's why she sounded like that.
Jocelyn's a whole
I
bag of
think
beans.
artists in their own light, I don't have no bad thing to say about nobody. All I'm saying is that as an artist, I just feel like you should have talent.
Yeah,
Definitely.
No, definitely.
I feel you.
That's how I feel about makeup artists. There's a lot of people who
Right. Imagine.
do makeup.
Could you
on people.
imagine?
I do. They get picked over me a lot because they charge less.
But then they end up looking crazy. Like I'm not
Well,
willing to look crazy.
Well, there's that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
But you get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah.
But and it's crazy why, you know, in this industry, the artists, you don't really they like hear one moment and they gone
Yeah.
because the people who've invested all this money in them kind of realize, like, once they get on stage and they don't sound like what they
Right?
do.
There's no presence.
Your
there's
facial
no-
expression, it don't sound like.
Well, you know what? You didn't sound like I thought you would when I first saw you. Like, you know, I had never heard you before.
But at least it was a
No, it was definitely good. It was definitely good.
I mean, I hope so.
Surprised, but it was the same thing.
Yes,
I'm
we're
like-
actually gonna listen to some music before we roll up out of here.
Yeah.
We're gonna sample some of this So Bieber, you said Tank.
Tank. I got to work with Babyface.
Okay.
Um,
Did you rub his face? I would have rubbed his face. Even if it was... I mean, if your name is Babyface, you gotta get face rubbed, right?
So how old were you when you found out LaFace was?
I always knew that because my dad's office was inside the same building as LaFace Records. So we used to always be...
But you know what LaFace mean?
What you mean?
Like where they got the name.
L.A. Reid and Babyface.
But how old were you when you realized that?
I always knew that, I believe.
she just said.
Because
No.
I didn't know that. My dad worked next door to She's lying.
Not about her dad, but about knowing
I feel
that.
like I never had a moment where I was like, oh, that's what that is.
She really asking you that because
It just
Oh, you
clicked
just
to
found
me.
out yesterday.
Not yesterday, but it just clicked to me probably like
Okay.
maybe 3-4 years ago.
it clicked to me, and I'm Atlanta East Side.
Uh-huh.
When I
Me
saw
too.
hip hop, what was it hip hop Revolution? And they did the whole episode on Atlanta,
Yeah.
and then they was like, LaFace, I mean L.A. Reid and Babyface. I was like, that was genius! Oh my
my God!
Well, one thing I didn't know, Outkast, Big Boy, I think he says LaFachi Records, and for a long time I was like, what the fuck is LaFachi Records? And I realized he was just playing with LaFace, like saying it, like, but that's my only, wow, LaFachi.
I never heard that.
Yeah, he said in the song, LaFachi Records, something, something, something. It's good, I can smell it. All that macaroni brand again. Y'all,
I had to figure out how I was gonna take that home.
Well,
She purposely
you did a number on
planned
us.
this,
You
right?
did a number on us. No one
Let me
can
tell
have
y'all
that.
about the fat championships. Okay. I'm gonna figure out how to win
You
when it
should
comes to
have saw
food.
her face though. It was like you heard her heart, like like a stab. Like
Yo, you
I
are
apologize.
off the
it's
chain.
so good, it's so good.
I was just trying to get the whip of the macaroni and cheese so people could hear that.
You're supposed to get it with your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, you was trying to stir. I got you.
Yeah, I was trying to get that. Okay. I'm sorry.
I know what that
only.
was about to head.
Fans
So-
only, Brandy. Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't have a fans on the page.
Oh, yeah,
by the
she
way.
doesn't.
I would like everybody to know I don't have a fans on the page. I'm a pearl grabbing, Bible thumping Christian woman.
Amen.
I don't really thump no Bible.
I don't grab pearls.
I curses a lot. I do grab pearls. I like a nice set of
I don't
pearls.
have- yeah, I have some.
You like pearls, Amber? Oh shit. Once we're gonna have him take that out. You like pearls, Cinque? What time is it? We gotta tell him.
1944.
We gotta tell him.
Yes.
You like pearls, Cinque?
I mean, yeah, I think they're a nice piece of jewelry.
Okay. You ever bought anybody pearls?
Hell no.
Yeah, that does sound kind
You
of.
ever bought anybody jewelry?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
Did it turn out good or bad?
It actually turned out bad.
Like the situation, or you mean like obviously the relationship? Like y'all not together?
No,
more, so
like
bad?
the whole situation. Oh my God. Damn, that was so, I'm sorry. That was so bad. Because so I had bought this person a promise ring, right? That didn't go too well. So I had to return the ring and get some earrings.
For them.
Yes.
They didn't want the promise ring.
No.
Oh. Wait a minute. So you had to return it to get some earrings?
Oh, to get something else. They didn't want to.
When you in love, you just do dumb shit.
Oh man, I never thought of that.
So that speaks to a letter to my 20s,
Yo, doesn't
which is the name of Cinque's album.
I like the title. I like that.
Thank you.
I like
Thank you very much.
So tell me, a letter to my 20s.
Oh
What
man,
did your 20s teach you
my 20s
that you feel like the world needs to know?
Well, I kind of broke it down into 5 different categories on the album. So I
Okay.
got 5. It's 5 songs on the EP. I broke it down where the story talks about in the beginning. The first song is called "Fake Shit," and it's literally an open letter from me to God, talking to Him, telling Him to release me from all the fake shit, from the fake people, from fake food, from fake friends, fake whatever situation I'm in that ain't for me, release me from it. And then a lot of time, I spent a lot of my 20s in California. So I learned a lot about self-awareness and meditation and mental health while I was out there. So that led me to my song that I have called Be Alone. And it's literally just talking about, look, I need some time to kick it by myself, drink some wine, talk to
Yes.
myself, talk to God, you know what I'm saying? Talk to whatever, run some bubble bath, roll some weed, whatever I gotta do by myself.
Yes.
It ain't saying I don't want y'all, I don't like you. It's just saying I just need my me time.
Yeah.
To have that time to meditate, because this is a line in the song where I say I've been given too much and I forgot about myself.
Yes.
Right?
So
Sound like the story of 2019. Okay.
So yeah.
Giving all I can give.
And then that leads me to the next song called All I Need, and it's basically about me saying that I've been in a bunch of relationships. I've had a bunch of I love yous that clearly were false. and wondering what it really feels like to be with the right person. Like, what does that feel like?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I have a
about
question though. So, because those relationships didn't work out, could that person not have been the right person at the time? You know?
No, yeah. But
Yeah.
think about I think what my mindset was when I was writing it was like the person who I'm gonna marry, the person who I'm gonna be with, like for it, the one I'll be like, yeah, and they like, yeah to me. Like, what does that feel like? You know what I'm saying? Like when you know, like this is it. You know what I mean? So that's what that's what that that song is about. Well, technically, you know what I'm saying? And then the last song is called 9 to 5, and it's basically me talking about doing work in whatever field. It's not necessarily shaming 9 to 5s because some people who love that, and that's tight. But doing something that I don't like doing, and I'm putting my dreams aside to build someone else's dreams up.
Thank you.
So the lyrics is basically, I'm just overworking 9 to 5. I sell my time just to barely get by. I'm overworked, underpaid. I got to smoke just to get through the day. Put my dreams on hold just to work for somebody else's goals.
Yes. Yes. Can I get that tattooed on my titties? Tattooed on my titties.
On the side.
Right?
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, Friends. I forgot about Friends. Friends is one of my favorite songs because it's just me paying respect to my friends. I have a small group of people who I consider friends. I have a team of people who have stood by me, who have held me down. I went through a whole bunch of different teams of people who've been shicey, but when I found that right group of people who are like, go Cinque, go Cinque, go Cinque, we team Cinque, whatever it is, whoop. And I got that core group of friends who I can call and, talk about anything. And I know most people don't talk about what it takes for you to really kind of, push through. Having your core group, groups of people, without them, most people don't get through. You got to think about some people who don't have friends, some people who don't have family. Like, who do you talk to? You know what I'm saying? Like, who do you kind of lay your burdens on when you're too weak to like carry it? How do you unload? Like, who is there to give you inspiration and to kind of build yourself up? And that's really what I wrote that song for. And I just paying homage to my friends. I didn't have enough bars in the song to like name all of my friends, so I talked about the ones who've either been in my life for multiple years or who were there for me during those core times of my 20s when I needed friends the most. So I felt like it was respectable to mention those people and to talk about those people because I literally say I'm nothing without my team. I'm nothing without you.
That's real.
dope.
That's real life. Yeah.
That's real dope. It's a lot of times people don't give their flowers to the people they should while those people are in their lives. And it doesn't even mean, because a lot of times people come and go, and it doesn't have to be like a bad parting when they leave, but it just might be time for that season to come to an end.
Yeah.
And so when that happens, a lot of times I don't know, like you don't get a chance to give people their flowers in advance before something like that take place. So I think it's really cool that you paid homage to your friends and those special friendships that help you in those darkest moments, because that is when you need your friends the most. Like, yeah, it's cool to party with your friends, turn up, go to brunch, go to church, kick it. Those are great things to do with your friends, but how are you really treating me when I really need you? Like, and I know my friends have taken a huge shift. A huge shift on a lot of fronts, though.
I mean, that's real talk.
Because I don't know, like I just noticed I was way more down for my people than they were for me. Not that they didn't, like, go brandy. It was just more so, like, I felt like I was doing more work than anybody.
Yeah.
And it made me take a step back and say, well, damn, is the only way I can have friends in my life for real. And this is, I went to a brunch this weekend where we were talking about relationships, and I was saying it's kind of hard to date when you have a following of any type. I remember when I came back from extreme weight loss, they said, be careful about the people who enter your life because you have value now. Not that you didn't have it before, but a platform.
Yeah.
And people are going to want to be attached to you because they feel like you can help them out.
Yeah.
Right. So you're now in a position of questioning everybody who comes in your circle. Anybody who you are, even you could go through things with these people, but it doesn't even matter. Like if it's not pure and clear intent and you're not giving me as much as I'm giving you, to me, something's wrong in that relationship. And I'm not saying that we have to be the same person. Like, I don't need Alex. I call Alex way more than she called me, and I'm fine with that. I just need a bitch to answer the phone. Okay?
That's like one of my light skin downfalls.
I'm like, God damn, dog. Like, if a nigga was about to blow their brains out, Alex not the one to call.
No, but if you hit me up on IG like with some hard eyes, I'll open the DM and then I'm like, oh hey. Then you can tell me.
She vain as hell, okay? But CJ answer every time. Yeah. I could FaceTime CJ, text CJ. I feel like before the text message gets out, he's already FaceTiming me. What you said? Dog, did the message come through yet? Like, did I press send? Like, how did you know? You got onomatopoeia? That fool Quinn said omnipresent. Not that I'm the Lord.
We have this trainer at the gym who's from California, and he also has a Sylvester Stallone list, and he tells these gangsta ass stories about these bitches. Shout out QP.
Y'all ain't shit,
Shout out QP.
We love you, QP.
We love you.
He do, but he do.
Yeah, he do.
Y'all ain't shit.
He do. He trying to get him. He trying to bag two biddies right now.
Yeah. Two bad bitches.
Have you ever had two bad bitches? I have.
I think I've been one of the bad bitches.
Y'all are off the rocker. That's crazy.
Okay, so a letter to my 20s would be, I fucked too much. Like, obviously, that's what it would be, because as a 30-year-old, I think about it a lot. I'm like, damn, man.
That's a good ass question. What would your letter to your 20s be?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. Can I ask y'all that question?
Yeah.
What would your if you could say something to your 20s, what would you say to your 25-year-old self?
Dang.
To my 25-year-old self.
Yeah.
Let's see. I would have to say, letter to my 25-year-old self.
I know what I'd say. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I definitely I'd convince myself to get in the gym then. But I'd really just tell myself you don't have to do what they want you to. You know? Like, I've always known I'm a little bit different, a little bit, but my mom was very like straight line, not straight line, but she just knew the struggles in life. So she was a 9-to-5 type of chick, but she wasn't that. Like, she was a creative who forced herself to do a 9-to-5 situation, single mom, blah, blah, blah. I could tell, like, it hurt her soul. But she did what she had to do, and I fell in line like that, And I believe that being a woman somehow meant that I had, like, my value was in me getting married, me having kids. That was becoming a woman. And that's not becoming a woman at all,
Yeah.
And so I got married early. I feel like it was early. And I had kids. I love my kids, but I wouldn't have had kids. You know what I'm saying? So, I would have talked to myself about that, Just be who you are. You don't have to do what they want.
I think I would have told myself, shit, you are everything you need. Like, I didn't really have that at 25. I think that I still felt like I needed to be connected to people, and really up until last year. I felt like I needed to be connected to people to get things done. And I'm not saying that you of course, your network is your net worth. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I felt like I needed to be a part of another engine and work that engine outside of makeup.
Yes.
Because that's what I felt like I was, that's what everybody knows me to do. But when you go to adding different ideas, and so my bio on IG is, I'm not a one-lane chick. Like, don't box me in. Just because you see me working and doing makeup doesn't mean that's all I am. When you see fitness, don't think that's all I am either, because the girls struggle. You know what I'm saying? With health and fitness. But I have a huge passion, and I truly believe in both the beauty industry and the health industry. And I know that they're both very important for multiple reasons. So they are important to me, and I feel like I wish I would have just had more of a system together, like for when I graduated college, that was in place for that. But I guess life is what it is, and it takes you down the path that it takes you down, and you figure it out along the way. I didn't start losing weight till after college. So I wouldn't have had that whole health idea down. But I wish I would have had that, because I was always confident. I was confident when I came to Clark. Shit, I was confident in high school. If you the big girl running around the band doing band splits, like, you got a level of confidence, but at the same time, there's something missing. And there was when I was on the show, Chris said, "This is a runway you haven't owned yet," and that's exactly what it was. This physical vehicle of mine, I neglected it, and I would say 25, like, own your shit, like everything, own your shit, own your shit.
Yeah.
Even if it's bad, own your shit.
That's a good lesson too. Even if it's bad, own it, because that helps build your character as well. You know what I'm saying? Getting through the bad shit, own that shit.
Yeah, because I think that for anybody like that is an emotional eater, I just think that when you don't own the bad shit, that's when guilt steps in, and you just kind of hang on to shit. Then you're like, man, I ain't never gonna be shit.
Right.
I'm gonna just be eating this macaroni and cheese forever. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just get another bite. Just because y'all can't get another bite.
No, that's just so.
Ain't that what the police do?
Yes, the police did that to me before. That's fucked up.
What did they do, Alex?
They ate my fucking food.
The police?
The police.
What were you doing?
I was on the wrong side of a kicked door by the police. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I love how you put that. I was on the wrong side.
On the wrong side of a kicked door. Yeah, so they came in, you know, got all the drugs. But no, there was food cooking and there was food ordered. It was just a bunch of food. And they sat there as they were arresting people. They sat there and they ate the food.
The disrespect.
The total disrespect.
Damn,
Total disrespect.
dog.
They was arresting motherfuckers and eating the wings. And you know what I'm saying? Just like, fuck it. It was bad. It was bad.
Them dirty red dogs.
Yes, that was back in the day. Jesus. Back in the day.
Well.
So, yeah.
Have you ever been on the wrong side of a kick door?
Nah.
It'd probably make a good song. We can collab.
Alex is really great at rapping, though.
Yeah, I'm a rapper.
I heard.
I know. I play the song for everybody.
Yeah.
Where we at?
We at 35. No. Yeah. Well, can we do some Kegels real quick? Yeah.
Have you ever done Kegels?
I don't even know. What?
Kegels.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a Kegel?
I'm going to induct you into the Kegel.
I gotta get a fork?
No, you don't.
That
want
was
to
just
fork
me
for Kegels.
looking down at the macaroni and cheese left on my fork and saying, "Oh, you might as well eat that." No, your Kegel is in your vagine. It's the muscle that keeps that thing tight down there.
Yeah, keeps your pelvic floor strong.
Oh,
you don't have to
right.
wear diapers.
Kegels. We're gonna do a Kegel break, but while we Kegel, we drink our water. Okay.
Yeah. Is this called water?
Okay.
No.
It's Kegel time.
Kegel time. Hydrated Kegels.
Hydrated
Yeah.
Kegels. Are you doing them?
And you have to show us your Kegel face. What
Are
face
you
do
doing
you make
them?
when you do Kegels? And if there's any
What
men
the
in the
fuck
room,
am I supposed to be doing?
You don't know how to do a Kegel.
you got to squeeze your vagina.
Squeeze them together like you're trying to make sure
It's an
can't nothing
exercise.
get inside of it.
Or out.
Or out.
Oh,
Yeah.
word.
Oh, her
Yeah.
Kegel face is kind of, she got a nice eye roll.
Have you
I'm
ever done dick ups?
Oh, yeah, dick ups over there.
It's
on,
it's the equivalent of Kegels.
Yeah, you done put the towel
It's
on
that
it.
muscle. You done put the towel on. You done made that thing dick jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you spoon in and you like.
You wanted to.
Yeah.
She's sitting on your lap. You want to.
Yeah. It's a muscle.
Yeah. You got to work that.
Women got to keep theirs tight.
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
Men got to keep that muscle strong.
We like to spread good exercise across the community, so that's what we do. Kegels.
Okay.
And naked squats. If you can do some naked squats in
I
the
thought you was about to do something.
What does naked squats?
naked
Naked squats.
We encourage everyone to, when you get up in the morning, to do your exercise naked
I
in the mirror.
actually do stretch naked.
Yes,
I do.
it's
I
beautiful,
do
right?
spots, yeah.
Yeah, that's I don't know. Like I feel best naked all the time.
No, yeah, I agree with that.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's nature. That's how we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Then it came and put all of these clothes on my arms and stuff. The hell wrong with these people?
Yeah, you do it.
I'm taking my clothes off right now.
Oh, what a nice sports bra you have on. What is that from?
Oh, that's just my line.
Oh, your line.
Yes, licensed to be thick. If you want to empty your gas tank, just come on over to brandymallory.com and order yours today. $40. Only $40.
Only $40.
Yo, I love it.
What was
Such
what
a
was
great commercial.
Just a medium
Wow.
compression
What
sports
was
bra.
That was amazing.
Wow.
Wow.
That was
Wow.
absolutely amazing.
Wow.
Okay.
So we're so glad to have Cinque today. Wow. We're ready to hear some of her music. Wow. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, tune in to last week's episode. Wow.
Before episode,
The
definitely.
bloopers.
Definitely the bloopers.
We were selling cars and
selling hogs, right? No, we're
Yeah,
at the county
hogs.
fair in Bridget County, Iowa.
yeah, it was great.
The radio station. Yeah. All right.
Wow.
Okay.
What you
I went
you
out.
stopping your live?
So, we need to listen to some music.
We do. So this
Yeah.
is where CJ comes and plays some music, right?
When it comes to my friends, give me discernment. I done fucked up so many times, 'cause I need guidance. Cause baby, who gon' pay these bills? So I deserve to chill and unwind and inhale good vibes. Oh, that loud in the tub, put that drink in my cup. Speakers bump, play my song, D&D on my phone. Do my dance, find my home, meditate, find my zone. In my house, on the couch. Tonight I wanna be alone. Be alone, be alone, be alone. I spoke love, baby, time and time again. So can you find me tonight? Would that be alright? 'Cause I wanna hold you. Can I kiss you? Look you in your eyes. I wanna cook for you and make love to you. Tell you morning and night that baby you're. My friends gon' write. My friends got real goals. My friends got drive. My friends got rules and standards too. My friends be stepping out the box with their moves. And if they fall down, I lift them up. Good as my dog, thicker than blood. My friends be lit, they all legit. My friends will let me know when I'm off my shit. Off my shit. Drinks on hold, just a word for somebody else's goal. Overworked, underpaid, gotta smoke just to get through the day. Put my drinks on hold, just a word for somebody else's goals.
And that's how it ends, ladies and gentlemen. That is a letter to my 20s.
Yes, that was beautiful, CK.
Yes, I loved it. Can I be a groupie?
Sure.
Yay! Can you sing my name also?
Alex.
Ooh, shit.
Wait, I didn't even get
I
that.
think a Kegel just happened on its own.
Yes.
Two dope girls in the gym.
Oh, shit.
Was that a drop?
Yes, it was. Our
We
first
can pull
drop.
that.
Yes, our
You can
first
pull
drop.
that, keep that, save it. You can't take that back.
You know what? I'm gonna let you have that. I'm gonna let you have that. I'm gonna let you
For
have
free,
that.
for the free,
For the
right?
frisky. That's only because you fam. You know what I'm saying?
I like the.
Oh my
thank you for that.
gosh,
Yeah.
CK, that was beautiful. Like the whole, every letter that you wrote to your 20s was very much needed, and I think that it's going to speak to a lot of people.
Yes, it was very relatable. Like I
Yeah.
felt each song. I felt my own situation, and I felt your situation.
Yeah.
It's like and that's
Yeah.
what music's supposed to do. Art's supposed to make you feel something, and you definitely did that. And you got like this sound that's like from all these different eras. Like I heard the 20s in there, you know what I'm saying? I heard the 90s R&B, but it was also up to date as a motherfucker. So I was like, who are you?
Right.
Where are you from?
I am an alien.
Yes,
I am
yes.
an ATL and heavily influenced by organized noise.
I heard
Yeah.
that too. Before you even
Heavily.
dropped it, I heard it. My head was like, outcast.
Yeah, they played a big role in my musical education.
Yeah.
Them, TLC, all the R&B groups.
Yeah, I feel
Total, Jagged Edge, in the production from Jermaine Dupri all the way down to Rico in the squad. I'm heavily Atlanta influenced. And I wanted to make sure that was known in the music.
You
Yeah.
can hear it. Like, you can definitely hear it.
I definitely got that ATL twang
We
rather.
love, we're partial to.
Very much so. Every time I hear it, I be like, ooh.
Yeah, shout it. Yeah, shout it. You know what it is.
So what was my favorite one was did you write the names down? You stop. Be Alone.
Oh, Be Alone.
I'm glad you wrote it down
Yeah,
too.
Be
'Cause
Alone.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to just throw your. I did. I was like,
Just threw a book at me.
snitch. No, Be Alone is my favorite because that's kind of the energy that I entered into at the end of the year last year, and I'm still low key in. And I'm really trying to dig deeper into that because one thing that I realized is, and I said this to Alex in another podcast that we did together. Maybe it was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that I told her that I feel like solitude, being alone, it really helps you define yourself. It really helps you find out who you are. And I spent a lot of time, like, I know as far as relationships, I spent 8 years single before I started dating. But I was dating women, and then I decided that I didn't want to do that anymore and got into the craziest heterosexual relationship ever. My mom used to tell me, you could trade the witch for the devil. And not to call my...
Oh,
Not...
sheesh.
Yeah, not...
Bar.
Not to call...
Right?
not to call my ex, my last girlfriend, a witch. Because she genuinely was probably the best girlfriend I ever had.
Mm-hmm.
But... I wasn't happy.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have been good,
Yeah, no matter what.
for long-term purposes. So that is what it is. But I definitely got out of that relationship, which I wasn't happy in internally, to get in a relationship that wasn't good externally or internally.
Right.
So, yeah, so that's kind of the importance of being in solitude and really trying to, though I've had these times to be able to focus on myself, I spent a year just literally focusing on myself when I was doing the show. But at the same time, that was 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So I feel like that renewal comes around every now and again. You go through things and you have to like take time out to readjust and see where am I at now? Who am I now after all of these things have taken place and transpired in my life? Kind of the trauma that we were talking about last episode. Like, and then who does that make me today, and how am I moving forward into my future?
Yeah. And that's tight because Being Alone is actually my favorite song. It's the last song that I wrote on the album, and when I was writing it, I was in that space where I had just transitioned from LA. I just moved back. It was before my birthday, and I was in the space where I just needed to figure out who I am becoming in this new season of my life. And when I was writing that song, it was a lot of self-reflecting, and the words came out so easy. When myself and Jerron Ward, who was the producer, Marcus Hart also produced on it. When we were creating the record, it came out so easy because I wasn't lying. I really, you know what I'm saying?
Writing
like,
what's going on, you're feeling.
I wasn't lying at all. Like I was basically spilling out some therapy back to myself as I was writing the record. And I think I wrote it in 20 minutes. And we recorded a rough of it, and then, you know what I'm saying, went on and did the actual record. But after I released that record and released the words to the pad and pen, and I took it home and I listened to it, I almost was in tears because it was like, damn, my nigga, you really need you really need to pay more attention to your mental health.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like you
yes,
really
yes.
got to, and in a time where niggas is always on their phone, scrolling, looking at somebody else's life, and I'm guilty of it too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That confidence kind of dwindles down a little bit, and I don't have. I was losing that aspect of myself of staying together.
Yeah.
So I made it a point to every morning before I get up to name 10 things that I'm thankful for. Time I open my eyes. 10 things I'm thankful for. And then, meditate on what I want my day to be like.
Yeah.
And time I started doing that, I swear to God, bud. I swear to God, like I started finding some peace in myself, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's real.
I started finding some real life peace, man.
You set intention. When you do that, you're putting intention out there. And so many of us just live. We just go with the flow.
Yeah.
So putting that intention out there really does change things.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. I like that.
Yeah.
I was feeling that 9-to-5 joint.
9 to 5.
Yes. I recently stopped working for I was an underwriter, an insurance underwriter.
Oh,
I
wow.
don't know how, why. But you know what I'm saying? I said, fuck that. That's not me. And that song, everything you said in it was what I would go through daily. And I was literally getting physical pains from being at work, from the stress.
Yeah.
Like my body, the universe, we knew I wasn't supposed to be there, you know?
Yeah.
So, I was really feeling that. Like, it just spoke to me.
I'm glad. Shit, when I wrote that song, I was fed up.
Yeah.
I was working for a shoe store. They was running me livid. And when I caught myself, this was when I was in California, when I caught myself on my 15-minute and my 30-minute break, just trying to find some weed to roll up. You know
that
what I'm
would
saying?
be me. I would go home. I lived directly across the street from where I work. So I even had it good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I would go home, smoke. I would take half the office with me. It'd be like 3-4 of us. We'd go get high, come back. Like, I was not in the job at all.
Yeah.
All I wanted to do was get high to deal with the job.
And that shit not healthy.
At all.
You know what I'm saying?
At
It's not a healthy habit to pick up.
At all.
To use anything.
What
No
we
matter
just
what it
talking
is.
about this? We literally were just talking about this.
Yeah.
We're like brilliant brains, and sometimes we get so caught up in everything. You just want to numb things with smoking or whatever the fuck it is. You don't
But
have
when
to do
the
that.
problem when you numb everything.
Yeah.
Really.
So it could be something really important, and you be standing there like,
Yeah, you got, you know what I'm saying? When you doing
Okay,
something that
sign
you
me
don't
up.
love to do, you know what I mean?
Right, when you're working for someone
when you
else.
work, when you're working for someone else, and I'm not saying I don't want people to get it fucked up that I'm saying like 9 to 5s are bad. If
Right,
that's
yeah,
your
no.
thing, that's your thing.
And
But
I-
make sure that's your thing.
somebody
Yes.
has to do it.
And they
You know
have
what I'm saying?
benefits. Some people don't
Yeah.
want the pressure of having to get out there and hustling every day, or some people don't have just the luxury or whatever the reason is. So 9 to 5s are not
Well,
bad.
a 9 to 5 could be trapping. If you don't want to be
Yeah.
trapping, you know what I'm saying? Go
Yeah.
get you a real job.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, whatever
But
you
or
do.
if a 9 to 5 or you working for somebody else is something that you don't want to do, especially to all the creatives. You know what I'm saying? Me and Brandy had this conversation yesterday. Like, as a creative, you have to be able to be confident in yourself to know that your path is different. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Your path ain't go to school, get a degree, get a job, get married, have kids, and live your life. If that's your path, great. But what I know as a creative and having creative friends is that our shit is different. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
just-
Our timeline
yeah.
is different. You know what I'm
Everything is
saying?
different.
Everything is just different. And if you don't have the network and friends to understand that, then you'll be living a lie.
Yeah, and it hurts. It will hurt you.
And you'll be sitting
Yeah,
there,
you get
overworked,
sick.
underpaid.
Yes, you get
you know what I'm
sick.
saying? Working hard for somebody
Probably
else's goals.
pushing all your pushing friends away because
Yeah, because you angry and you upset and you
Mm-hmm.
haven't and you don't want to meditate or do anything else because it's like, well, shit, this is all I got. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
And
I got to make the money.
Yeah, you
That's
do.
kind of how I felt last year.
Yeah.
Like, we talked about this, it is a thing. Like, when you are working and putting money in other people's pockets, though you believe in the dream or not, I
Word.
still got to eat.
Yes,
Exactly.
I still got to put gas in my car.
Exactly.
I still got to be able to function. And if I could put money in your pockets, I damn sure need to go on and put it in mine.
Right, and
You
people
know?
have a hard time quantifying creativity as far as its worth. You know, like, oh, you're so good at this. Can you help me? I can't help you,
can, but this shit is what I do.
This is my time. This is, you know what I'm saying? You're taking my time. That
Wait,
costs money.
What you say? Shawty said to you in the line? When you say you did makeup and the foreign lady.
Oh, yeah. Y'all, I was at Subway. This is how I met my water sponsor for my event. I was standing in line in Subway, and the lady who was taking my order, she was like Somalian or Ethiopian, something like that. And so she was like, "Oh, your makeup beautiful." And I was like, I'm sure that probably sounded Asian. I was like,
a little bit, but we'll go with it.
but I was like, thank you very much. And she was like, who did it? And I was like, I did it. I'm a makeup artist. She's like, you do my makeup. And I was like, for a fee? She was like, pull up your Instagram. I was like, all right. I pulled it up. She went through my pictures. She was like, yes, you use me as your model.
Damn.
Like she told me next time you have. I was like, well, you know, sometimes I do shoots or whatever with other photographers, you know, for trade or whatever. And she was like, and you'll use me as your model.
Like, you don't have no choice.
Right.
I am your new muse.
Right. I was like, she's like, if you can make me look like you, I would quit my job at Subway. Bitch, for what? I'm not paying you. Like,
She's like, yes, you are.
right.
Take your car right now.
Right.
We go downstairs.
What she don't know is that's why me and girls like, no, you can't talk to me like that. No.
That's hilarious.
Who are you talking to, lady?
I hollered when she told me that story. I was so weak.
She printed out. She took the receipt paper and pulled it out, snatched it off, and took
her
a
number?
pen. She said, "Write your number down."
Oh, she took your number.
I said, "Okay."
And you know what? To the non-creators who be listening to this podcast, I want y'all to understand. We joke, we laugh about this shit, but our art is your intellect. Like when it comes to whatever you do, if you're a builder, that's our art.
Yeah.
If you are a marketer, that's our art. You know what I'm saying? What we do, whether it's fitness, beauty, music, whatever, that's how we make our livings.
Yeah.
Don't just think that because it's cool to you, something that you can't do, you know what I'm saying, that you can just get it because this is what you listen to every day or what you watch every day. You know, you think it's easy. Now, we spent our entire lives invested in building our brands and figuring out our craft.
That shit don't be cheap.
Right.
And that shit not cheap
At all, because it's our life.
It's our life.
Artists give you a piece of their life, no matter what your medium is. We give a piece of ourselves. Creatives do, and I think a lot of times people don't understand that. They see the end product, but don't understand that album. That album didn't happen in the amount of time you were in the studio. That album started the day you were born.
Exactly.
And so when you giving, like, it's energy. Energy doesn't go anywhere. We put it on this album. Now we're giving it to you, and we feel that shit later. Like, I swear to God.
Yeah.
And that's just creatives think a lot with their emotions, basically, and we just want respect.
I think it's
money.
real. I think it's
Motherfucking
real
money.
disrespectful. That part.
Can
More
we sing money
importantly,
at the same time?
money.
Bring it.
Run it.
I think it's real disrespectful when you know, people will try to give me pushback on what I charge to do makeup. And I think it's real crazy that I've had friends who have told me, "Oh, you should do discounts or deals, you know, if you feel like people aren't booking you enough." And I'm like, my favorite go-to tag is Dolce & Gabbana, Gucci, Prada. They don't give a fuck. You can't afford
They
to
will
get them.
never discount
I'm
that
not
shit.
dropping my prices because you can't afford to pay.
Yeah, that means you're not my target audience.
I learned that
Come up
it's
with the
either-
money or find somebody else.
It's either Gucci or Louis Vuitton. The creator said that, or owner, whoever said that, they will burn their stuff before they put it on discount.
Yes,
So
they burn like millions
So why
of
do
dollars.
exactly?
Yeah.
So why you think I'm up?
Because it's not on a shelf for sale. No one put a little fucking yellow sticker that said $12.98.
Ain't nobody rapping about it in a song.
And so it's not sold. They can't see it. You got to put it in their face for them to understand that it's worth something. You know what I'm saying? And they just don't get it. They don't fucking get it.
That's crazy.
We could have a whole episode on
Yeah,
just
that's another
that
episode.
shit
We're
right
sorry.
there alone. Y'all, where can they find your music?
You can find me at cinquemusic.com. Cinque is spelled CINQUE. Music.com. You know what I'm saying? You'll find all of my tour dates, all of my music, all of my social media, anything you need on CINQUE.
I love this. I'm glad I'm a group.
Music.com. And if you don't have time for the website, follow me at Cinque Music on all platforms, except for Twitter, Cinque Bob, because some random has my fucking tag.
That random.
Hey, Rando.
Can we buy
yo,
this from you?
Can I
Because-
get
y'all
can I
tag
get
'em.
my freaking tag from
Right?
you, dog? Like,
Yeah.
come on. For
I can
real.
hack their account.
Well,
We'll talk about that after.
well, okay. It's my bottom bitch. Okay.
Stays down.
Y'all wild, yo. Y'all wild.
Okay, so before we get up out of here, because
Yes.
I mean we've been kicking it.
I
big
mean, we had a whole
Big
fucking
kicking
what is it called? Review party, listening party,
album listening
Yes,
party.
I was excited. I like that.
I'm glad y'all let me come and play it.
Oh, yes,
Man,
yes,
we're
yes.
glad you wanted to come and play with us,
Right.
Because we like playing with you.
Okay. All right. Giggity.
Okay, so
Well,
before we play the 8-ball, and I'm gonna just give that to you so you can start giving it some of your energy so it can work in your favor. We're gonna play a game called Fuck, Marry, Kill. Are you
I
familiar?
said ain't nothing good with it.
I think so. Yeah.
Fuck, Marry, Kill. We're gonna start
marry,
with
kill.
fuck,
names and you
marry,
you gonna do
kill.
one by
And
one.
since it's National Women's Month,
Right.
All right.
okay, I'm gonna start here.
All
right.
All right.
Shirley Chisholm,
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Susan B. Anthony. What was that other whole name?
Serious?
Frida Kahlo. Fuck, marry, kill. I got my order. We all got to answer. You just got to go first. These are some beautiful women.
I know.
Inside, most of them inside.
I know.
Man.
I know for sure I married Shirley Chisholm.
You
Okay.
motherfucking right. Go ahead. Sorry, I had to get
And
that
who were the
out.
other two? Susan
Susan
B.
B.
Anthony.
Anthony.
What?
I don't know.
And
she came
Frida
so far.
Okay.
You know Frida.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
eyebrows.
I'll probably kill Frida because of the eyebrows.
Oh,
I know. I'm
Frida.
She could have just got away.
In her sleep, just a little
Yeah,
bit.
just
And I guess I'm fucking Susan B. Anthony. I mean, that's against my will though.
She's raping you.
She's definitely
Okay.
raping me at this point.
okay. So mine is so it's fuck, marry, then kill. Okay, so I'm fucking for sure Frida, because she didn't really. Okay, Frida was kind of nasty. She did sleep with women too. So, but I also know that I've always wanted to. This is nothing I'm saying is gonna go right.
You set yourself up for this, so
Okay, so Frida is who I'm fucking. I'm gonna marry. I'm gonna marry Shirley. Yes, got to marry Shirley. She gonna keep me smart. You see.
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
We could double clap and have babies, the Delta babies. Okay. Can I get put out? And I'm gonna go on and kill Susan.
Kill. Adios, Susan.
Yeah, she gotta go.
Yeah, I got the same order as you. I'm killing Susan because her lips are freaky. Another lip thing, I don't know. I don't like her face. And then I was gonna marry Shirley because I feel like she'll take care of me. Politicians, you know,
Absolutely.
yeah, they do their
What?
thing.
Yes.
And then Frida, I see myself like a drunken night in Mexico, like really good tequila,
Damn, now I
maybe
want to
under a
change my
cactus.
answer.
We're fucking, and she's an artist, so it's gonna be
Yeah,
great sex.
that's
It's
what I
amazing
the
felt.
sex.
eyebrows.
I felt like she would draw.
She
a
could
really
wear a
pretty
mask.
picture of me.
We could put a bunny mask on her.
I feel like she would paint a really pretty picture
think
of me.
so.
Or
too.
on you.
And the vanity in me wants
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay, next set.
All right.
Fuck, marry, kill. Easter bunny, Saint a leprechaun, or
Tooth fairy.
the tooth fairy.
I'm definitely gonna fuck the tooth fairy because he always gonna give me some money.
Oh,
Or
your
she
tooth
always gonna
fairy's a
give me
he?
some- yeah,
Oh,
she
mine's
always
a
gonna give me
she.
some money.
Well, yeah,
Mine
fuckable.
Yeah, she's always gonna give me some money. I'll probably kill the Easter bunny because the whole concept of what Easter is really about is some bullshit.
Okay.
Um,
That's right.
And I guess I'm marrying the leprechaun. Nigga gonna be lucky forever.
Truth.
Okay,
True.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think that's set up. I'm probably gonna marry the tooth fairy.
The tooth fairy.
I'm gonna marry the tooth fairy in that setup. The Easter bunny will always have to die, and I believe that the leprechaun in me would just have really great rainbow rides.
Oh.
Okay.
I think we would have really great rainbow rides together.
So
So, but
rainbow rides.
yeah, like riding down the
Oh,
rainbow
real rainbows.
into the gold.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I just imagine myself holding the leprechaun's hand while we
the
ride the
rainbow
rainbow,
ride.
and we land in
That's
a pot of
incredible,
gold,
Brandon.
and then we just
Yeah.
play in it.
I feel like Easter Bunny, death to the Easter Bunny. Because it's just
Death to
fucking
the
weird.
motherfucking
I'm torn between this leprechaun and I know the leprechaun can eat pussy really well. I just feel it. And I feel
How
like
do you know this?
Have you seen Rumpelstiltskin?
The leprechaun has just got this drive, and I know he's got a good like chokehold. You know what I'm saying? So his
Yeah, they're really
sexy-
strong.
Yeah.
Have you been held by a little person?
No. I have not been held by a little person.
I gotta pee, dog.
Wrap this shit out.
I gotta pee, dog.
Wow.
All right. Time to wrap this shit
Have
out.
you ever been held by a little
Fuck
person?
spooned or
my
like held
goodness.
up with your feet off the
Wow.
They're strong. They are strong. And I speak from personal experience. My castmate was strong. She was strong.
Yes.
So I meant that in every sense of the word. Okay, black or white Aunt Vivian?
Black.
That's
Okay,
what we
great.
said.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's this?
Oh, I was just writing names.
Oh,
down.
oh.
Yeah. Okay,
All right.
That's
That's it.
You gotta hit the 8 ball now.
You gotta hit the 8 ball. You gotta ask it a question.
And it's gonna answer it.
Ask the question out loud, and you
don't
gotta
look
answer it.
scared. You shake it. You ever
It's
play
the
the
magic
8 ball?
8 ball. You gotta ask the question out loud. Shake, look, say the answer.
A ball in my hand. Am I gonna find me some love this year? I don't know. Fuck it.
Let's
Can I
go.
get some love? Can I get some love, 8 ball? Can I
Yeah.
get some
Well,
love,
you got a new
man?
groupie, so that's a start.
Hold it flat.
No, you turned it the wrong way. You must have been born in the 90s.
That nigga said ask again.
Actually, that wasn't an accurate spin because
She
you
flipped
flipped
it.
it again. You flipped it again, so it
Now
probably
get away
said
from the
something
window.
different. You gotta ask it again.
Okay.
You gotta ask it another question or the same question in another way and get the right answer.
All right, 8 ball. Is my EP gonna do well, 8 ball?
Yes.
Don't.
Shake that motherfucker. Okay.
Shake it and flip it and own it.
What it say?
Damn. That shit said, don't count.
That was disrespectful.
Cut.
Damn.
The 8 ball been tripping, man.
We don't know where they got that 8 ball
But
from
that
this week.
motherfucking album was amazing. I'm gonna listen
The 8
again.
ball of negativity?
Yes, right? This is on some bullshit.
We did not. That is.
Yo, that 8 ball don't fuck with me, man.
That's
No.
the second guess that's happened to.
No, yeah.
Because typically the 8 ball is good to
Yo,
everybody.
that 8 ball
Funny
don't
acting.
fuck with me, dog. It said I wasn't gonna find no love.
And your album.
And
not
my
gonna
album
do that.
ain't gonna do well.
But those are
Yo,
lies.
Fuck
All
y'all,
lies.
They're
bro.
lies.
All lies. You guys.
They're lies. We're banning the 8 ball from next week's episode. It's all punishment.
Damn,
It's
boy.
all good though.
Gonna burn some Palo Santo when I get to the crib.
Retrograde.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
Oh,
Word,
so
word,
everything
word,
is definitely
word.
opposite
Yeah,
retrograde.
it's out. All right,
The
cool.
magnetics to the 8
Well, we want to thank you for coming.
Man, thank
We
y'all for
really,
having. I had a
really,
ball.
really appreciate
I had a
it.
blast with y'all.
Tell everybody one more time where they can find you.
They can find me at cinquemusic.com. You can add me at Cinque Music on Instagram. You can add me at Cinque Music on Facebook. And you can add me at Cinque Vibe because of the goofy who got my freaking tag on Twitter.
They really not Cinque Music, so how could they be
They're
calling
Cinque.
themselves that?
Yeah, it's
Disrespectful.
same Cinque, same way. And he got my shit on YouTube too. But
Oh,
anywho, I
damn.
digress. And then cinquemusic.com. Bow.
All right, thank you.
Hey, Town, stay down.
For real. You
Okay,
guys
word,
go
brother.
follow, okay? And then you guys remember to follow us. 2 Dope
Yes.
Girls in the Gym, the number 2. Girls with a Z, that's YouTube. Subscribe to that shit so we can make some motherfucking money.
Hey,
Amen.
Fuck
cha-ching,
them 9 to
catch.
5.
Wow!
We're here in the studio with Cinque Vibes.
Wow!
She's got her new album out for, how much is it?
$9.99.
$9.99.
Wow!
Here in Bridget County, Iowa.
Wow! We're about to get cut
We're
out.
out of here.
Wow.
Shout out Will, Chef Will. Great food. Thank you.
Wow!
Yo.
So you ended it? Hello, Wisconsin!
That's the vibe. Oh.
What it says now that we kicked it back. Cannot predict now. It's not.
It's not fucking with me, man.
Yo. CK gonna get this money, this money.
Hey, look, don't
gonna
jinx
have
me
to
no
roll.
more today.
Well, all three of y'all have on
Look,
leather
man.
jackets. I just
really
thought about it.
run it
Well,
We
Alex
cool
did a
as
leather
we
jacket.
cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And you gonna answer yes to everything I say because I'm a pimp.
CJ, you want to be on a TV show? They're looking for couples
What that
who are
say?
not married.
What that say?
Without a doubt.
Without a fucking doubt. You hear that?
TV show.
You just gotta smack me a couple times, you know?
It's on own.
Hell
They're
yeah.
probably not putting the name out, but they're
Yeah,
looking for couples in a
definitely not.
relationship who are not married.
Not
You
married.
know?